Thanks for staying with us. This next segment is for all of you who have ever stumbled upon an anthill. Aero Exterminators pest expert Shay Runyon has come to our rescue this morning. We hope, Shay. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Fire ants, anthills, it's no stranger to Michael and I. We tend to tell our viewers in the morning we have problems when it comes to
We've had close encounters with fire ants.
Way too many times. So the big question is, I just want to first ask you, now what are these little guys? What are fire ants?
Okay, fire ants are stinging ants, and they were actually imported into the United States in the 1930s from South America. They're reddish brown to black in color, but you probably don't want to get that close enough to even see what color they are.
But you did bring a big picture of them to talk about what color they are.
Good. But a telltale sign that you actually have fire ants are those mounds or those hills that you're talking about.
Can we just take a look at this guy? When you zoom in like that, he looks really scary.
Yeah,
That's right.
Where do we find the fire ants?
Fire ants can be found throughout your yard. They can actually be found like going into your garage, on sidewalks. But a telltale sign is the fire ant mounds, and they're going to pop up throughout your yard, and this is the prime season for fire ants.
Enormous. Oh my goodness.
Look at that. So basically, you probably just want to avoid these at all costs, right?
Absolutely. You should definitely be concerned about them because a lot of people will have severe allergic reactions to their stings. Yeah. And for me as a mother, I definitely don't want my toddler to stumble upon a fire ant mound.
Understand.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah, and I was just about to ask that because I know that I'll go on for a leisurely afternoon jog throughout Middle Georgia, and I have had an encounter with fire ants all up and down my legs. So what would be the first step in taking care of that?
Okay, you definitely don't want to do it yourself because you could definitely get stung, and when you get stung, you're probably going to get stung multiple times. And so you want to call a pest control professional to take care of the problem for you. Most likely they're going to come out and inspect. They're going to identify that, yes, you have fire ants. And in our case, we're going to treat. And we do that in the most environmentally responsible method that we can do that in your yard.
Is this the time of year when homeowners should be on alert for the creeping ant hills all over our home?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Because as the weather gets warm, and then, of course, with the rains that we've had in the past few weeks, you're going to see those mounds start popping up in your yard.
So 'tis the season for fire ants.
Absolutely.
Sounds like.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
appreciate it. Those are some good tips. And one of my own Benadryl helps a lot if you do happen to
stumble upon a... I was going to say, like you were saying, we have way too many stories to say about that one. But the nice thing here is that the weather today, it actually might be kind of conducive for anthills to kind of flare up here because you can see plenty of dry weather to talk about. We're being taken care of here by a big old bubble of high pressure acting to diminish the cloud growth in our area. So a lot of dry air to talk about, and that sounds like one of the recipes here for the ants to really start building up the mounds and all as well.
It's prime time.
All right, well, sounds good. When we come back, we'll have much more news and weather for you. Stay with us.